Idol, what's up, people? Today I will try to talk about nothing again, which means no script. And to do it so, I need to stand up and spinning something. And right now in my hand is a stick, a finger stick, staff, a pointing stick, a fake hand, a tripod but not used for phone, just for pointing. You. And I think about read another book, but maybe just talk about random things. And by I mean random thing is something like that came to my mind. Something that came to my mind. And just before this, like about a couple minutes ago, when I talked, when I post a little, I post on Substack and talk and asking people that what could we talk about when on if we have only 1 minute. And a friend of mine, he saying that she's posting. Oh my god, I have nothing to talk. I have nothing to say about talk about. Okay, get back to other thing. Let's read. We will read the Substack today, and I will try read it as fast as possible. And by that mean, and if and you know that and read as fast as possible will lead to I mess up grammar and not mess up grammar, but mess up with the with, with spelling and pronunciation. But that's okay because today is for the read as fast as possible. So let's go. Let's go. Substack. Let's read, and I will read an article that my friend wrote. A friend of mine, Jesse Peterson. Title: A Beauty Man. Around the year E2K, Y2K, I was sitting on the sofa in my first year of college. College. Wait. College. Okay. Around the year Y2K, I was sitting on a sofa in my first year. I was sitting on a sofa in my first year of college, trying to figure out what school was supposed to look like. That was also the year the first season of Survivor aired. MTV music video were everywhere, shaping fashion, lifestyle, and what people thought was attractive. And again, MTV music video were everywhere, shaping fashion, lifestyle, and what people thought that was attractive. Maybe okay. I will try to read like I read like as if I am people on the news. Yeah, that kind of people. MC Around the year 2K, YK2, what the hell does it mean? Oh, year 2000 problem. Okay, let's skip that. Around the year blah blah blah. I was sit, I was sitting on a sofa in my first year. I was sitting on a sofa in my first year of college, trying to figure out what cool was supposed to look like. That was also the that was also the year the first season of Survivor Air. So Survivor Air MTV music MTV music videos were everywhere, shaping fashion, lifestyle, and what people thought was attractive. Showing looks from all over the world. Young men start thinking more about clothing, hairs, and way of talking. People culture was starting to hit people hard. A popular culture start to popular culture was starting to hit people hard, whether they realized or not. At the same at the time, I did not understand what made a man beautiful. As a 20 years old me was it as a 20 years old me was sitting on that couch watching too much TV and thinking, no, yelling at an interview with a group of 5 young musicians. There were so many girls outside going crazy for them is some strange phenomenon I could not understand. To me, they looked like normal boys despite being surrounded by girls going wild. There was one kid who stood out because he seemed completely there was one kid who stood out because he seemed completely ordinary. The boy like he just text me. The interviewer asked him. Uh, there was one kid who stood out because he seemed completely ordinary. The interviewer asked him a question and he did not understand. He just mumbled, what? I could tell he was a confused normal kid. And still, the girls went wild, saying he was so cute with his answer. Sitting there watching, my mind keep thinking that guy does not know anything. What is happening here? He's just a young kid. Why do they like him so much? Okay, I will repeat that sentence. Sitting there watching, sitting there watching. My mind keep thinking that guy does not know anything. What is happening here? My mind keep thinking that guy does not know anything. What is happening here? He is just a young kid trying to do they. He's just a young kid. Why do they like him so much? What I did not understand then What I did not understand then was that he looked competent. He was a part. He was a part of a band on TV in a position that gave him a kind of status. He was he was a part. He was part of a band on TV in a in a position that gave him a kind of status, and that add layers to how people saw him. In those days, we were surrounded by this strange emerging culture of trying to be cool without understanding why. Um, People went to bars and act cool in a way they People went to bars and act cool in ways they could not explain, like in the song "Sunglasses at Night," wearing sunglasses at night and thinking that was somehow the move. Nobody really knew why, but we all kind of went along with it. When we were trying to be attractive, trying to get a girlfriend, and nobody actually knew what worked. Recently, I was at my friend's wedding here in Vietnam with all my older and younger friends around in their various stages of life. One young friend wearing his sunglasses at the wedding really reminded me of myself in 20 because he's confused, trying to make his way, but he doesn't have all the right information yet, and he is getting inundated and blasted with all this marketing tell him this is what going to make him cool. Content from beer commercial where will he say? Content from beer commercials where some average guy is transformed instantly when he drinks a beer and suddenly women fall all over him. As I was in my as I was in my day, this young guy is blitzed with all kind of marketing and strange obstacles leading us off the path into an empty with pink and purple musical forest. So, so we're at we're at the wedding, and then this guy I did not know is a drunk uncle type. The heavy ground and loose jaw make it clear he would never be called handsome, and the years of drinking had stripped away whatever control he once had, leaving something unstable behind. He come over to our table and he's making all the Western people drink with him. They have just flown they had just flown into Vietnam, so they don't know what's going on. They like, I guess so. I don't want to don't want to offend the culture, and he gets to my young Vietnamese friend and tell him to drink. My young friend drinks and keep drinking with him until it's obvious that he becoming very uncom- uncomfortable. And my young friend drinks and keep drinking with him until it's obvious that he become very uncomfortable and start laughing nervously, which is very interesting because this is coming from the stomach. A pocket of anxiety is stored away from whatever reason we are decided so. My friend is now laughing nervously and keep drinking with this drunk uncle. So I tell him, just stop drinking with this man. And he said, I don't know how I can. I'm trying to be polite to uncle. I said to this uncle, get out of here. The uncle kind of frozen because the uncle kind of froze because he older than me and his pronoun protect him, but not enough since I already immune to that. And I have my friend here and feel competent. That's the lesson, and that's the lesson I thought I ought to teach my young friend, as I have learned never to throw away an opportunity for a lesson. That's the lesson I thought I ought to teach my young friend, as I have learned never throw away an opportunity for a lesson. Being competent is having that serotonin engine roaring inside your brain about that you can level up and make stronger, keeping the threat radar in cool blue even when the world is on, keeping the threat keeping keeping the threat radar in cool blue even when the world or some drunk uncle tries to crash your world. Evolution wired men to hunt, protect, to and look strong because there's always the barbarian at the gate. You have to go hunting, you have to take care of the family, you have to provide resources, and that's just the way it's been. Being physical stronger with the price with the price is required and result is productive and the result it produced is what evolution had deemed beautiful in males. My young my young friend moves differently, hiding behind curtains, lost in his MTV fantasy, while the sun outside offers 15% more serotonin and a stronger immune system. Watching the watching the program Survivor and the Black Bachelorette season 50, which ironically teach no real survival skills, but how to be a punk and stab people in the back confined to your sofa eating snack in the deep exercise deficit. Very physical incompetent to the point he cannot defend the household, cannot work hard, cannot get any practical skills. And that's what I think for young people, this world is hard enough already with everything disappearing online. Recently, he doesn't want to work online, but what choice does he have without skill that raise his competence and serotonin along with a feeling of stability? With stability, I'm sorry, I know right now it's kind of messed up, but still read fast as possible. And then there is the dread radar in his head called the amygdala going off all the time, just like whoa, whoa, everything is stress, get back in the house. If you are not if you are not competent, the dread radar gets triggered really easily and the anxiety shoots down into your stomach. But when that uncle comes to your but when that uncle comes to your table, if you are confident, you are not strapped. You are not strapped in anxiety and indecision like incompetent young men who wonder why their youth doesn't feel as valuable as a woman. A woman must have vermilion lips, rosy cheeks, a willowy figure, a finely shaped brows to be called beautiful. A man must appear well dressed, neat, and composed in every movement to be beautiful. The drunk uncle had to be convinced to leave, but he had the drunk uncle had to be convinced to leave, but he was nothing to leave. Go sit down away from here. Go sit down away from here. He saw it, so he did. After that, an auntie stepped in. After that, an auntie stepped in and booted him from the wedding because the aunties were clearly furious. You embarrassing us and the family. That's embarrassing. Very not cool. Cool used to be just temperature. Now it's beef potable flowing like water as what Jane. Chill now means calm down. Though it won't mean to be make cold. The word cool, that steady, calm, confident everyone admire, come from African American culture, especially jazz, especially jazz, where keeping yourself together under pressure was power. The stoic markers, I don't know how to pronounce this. The stoic markers argue unreleased wrote meditations while changing his mind, reminding himself to stay calm, respond right, and hold control. And then Musashi book 5, and then there is Musashi's book of five rings, which I initially skimmed, thinking it was just about weapon, but really it's about discipline and focus. Meanwhile, people imagine cool as wearing sunglasses at night, copying a look they don't understand. Musashi world is different. No reading, no by the number dance, just pick up a weapon, train, repeat, stay calm when things get intense. There's no shortcut because it is performance versus reality. And when I saw that cool isn't style isn't and when I saw that cool isn't style, that's when I saw that cool isn't style. It's control, and control comes from competence. Otherwise, you grow up into an uncle who get kicked out of the wedding and everyone. Otherwise, you grow up into an uncle who get kicked out from the wedding, and everyone fine with that because he not cool.